Cruise Tower, Tomcat 707, requesting clearance for departure, runway 27, over.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another Enhanced Flight Disc Golf video. We're here at Hudson Mills Metro Park. We're playing the original course, 24 holes from the long pads today. This is a dubs battle, the Nelson brothers versus Aaron and Levi. Starting off on hole number 1, they technically call this a par 4 out here. I've never seen anybody park this hole from the long pad, so I think the best you can do is just get close to circle's edge. But that's just from my experience. I could be certainly wrong on that. So we're all going to throw just a stable backhand shot and just try to skip around the corner. Got Nick on the pad first. Perfectly executed. Yep, I don't even need to throw, but I'm going to anyway. I think I'm throwing a tactic approach disc here. I usually just play this one to get around to the corner, stay in the fairway.
Get a skip up there. That'll still play.
Yeah.
That'll still play.
Just hard you it up.
Low out of Levi's hand, but got a nice forward skip to the middle of the fairway. Aaron's trying to throw this flip-up line. Oh, ooh. So close. Jumper from Nick.
I like that.
We're outside of circle 2 here.
Oh my gosh. Give it a mouth.
Tried to give it something. Levi and Aaron also outside of circle 2. They got a trickier angle here. Oh! Are you kidding me, dude? Man, but Levi doesn't care. Almost drops it in there. Yep, good effort, just not quite enough turn.
See, look, I was hoping it would fit, like slide right through there.
All right, we both are technically walking away with birdies on hole number 1. Both sitting at -1. Hole number 2, 350 feet. Dead straight shot. Just have a little bit of a low ceiling. Once you get closer to the basket, you'll see this branch that's cutting across the fairway here. You either want to go out and around that to the right or underneath it. Land up here and give yourself a look. Yeah, that's all right. Early release there from Nick.
Oh no!
And even earlier release from Eric.
Matty O glasses.
Rim is way too big.
Yeah.
If it would have flipped.
Might have a thought.
Must be some wind out there. Much better line, just too low. Jump up. So Nick and I are in a pretty tough spot here, pinned up against a bunch of this this high brush here. Trying to throw a Anheuser forehand. Nick's just kind of cut rolls out of his hand. I believe I was flicking a P Model US putter here.
Oh no.
Sorry, Nick. That was supposed to turn. And it didn't. Yep, just sailed it. We got some work to do to get a par on this hole. Levi and Aaron, maybe circle two's edge.
All right, good intentional layup.
No
Smart,
roll,
smart.
baby.
That didn't come out well.
Great putt. Great bid from Nick there. We're, I'd say, about 50 feet out.
Both good attempt.
He's in.
That almost wrapped around and fell out.
I wanted to get one on film.
Yeah, I'll take your putter.
Got a par there from those guys. And unfortunately, we're going to have to walk away with a bogey. Not too happy about that, but got quite a bit of golf to play. Hole 3, 285 feet, dogleg to the right. This hole used to be a lot tighter on that right-hand side, and I guess on the left-hand side up high on the hill, there used to be a lot more brush that you had to deal with. And you could get pinched off pretty bad where bogey is in the question on this hole. I know I've done it. So we're all going to be throwing a forehand, throwing it out there, just kind of high and letting it dump down the hill to the right. Awesome inside line there from Aaron.
That was pretty good.
You put it in.
I know. No longer know what to do.
Throw the same shot. Yep. Break. You got the wind helping you though.
Also good from Levi.
Touch deep.
I like it. A little early, maybe?
Close. It didn't make the corner, I don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did. I'm not used to that.
Close.
I had to power down like you did. You did that same thing, didn't you? You're not launching a forehand
Yeah.
penetrating.
Yeah, Nick's referring to you don't want to go too straight. You want to keep it on hyzer all the way around the corner.
That was so lucky.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Man.
gonna say it.
So lucky.
I hit a tiny little
good.
window up high and made it all the way over there into the bullseye. Birdie there from Levi and Aaron. Great putt, Levi. And also a birdie from us. All right, moving on to hole number 4, 480 feet, dead straight. A lot of airspace to work with on this hole. Levi and Aaron leading us by 1. And really, you just want to get up somewhere next to these trees here at the end of the fairway. Give yourself a putt on this long hole. Good pull there from Aaron.
Center cup fairway. All I want.
There you go.
My goal. I'll go huge. Yeah.
That's why I'm here, baby.
Why keep you around?
I gave it a little more height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, hoping to unleash a backhand here. I think he's throwing a DD from Discmania.
Good pull, Nick. Go around it. That's fine.
New dress.
That came out with some speed. Was that a DD?
Yeah.
Nice.
S-line?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty flippy.
I normally throw backhands on this hole, but I'm going to try to go for a forehand today.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Good center cut.
A little more turn on that thing, and I think I could have been in the circle.
Mm-hmm. Good job, Levi.
Simple layup.
Levi and Aaron outside of circle 2 here.
Wow.
Running it.
Great run there from Aaron. About 50 feet or so. Nick's been putting so well.
Is that the Nomez of Raptor legs?
No
Did a whole
mess.
lap.
Switching to track.
Nick's getting used to running those down because he's all over the basket these days. It's not even close.
Huge shot, though. From that tee, that's probably
That's awesome, man.
four,
That's how you
just shy of 450 on a straight line forehand. Huge.
All right. Aaron to clean up for par. And Nelson Bros will do the same. Moving on to hole A. This is the first of 6 letter holes that we're going to play today. 300 feet, dead straight. Levi and Aaron still have the box. I think we're all going to throw like a mid-range or a putter just straight at it. It's slightly downhill, so if you give something enough height and throw a straight enough disc, you should be able to carry all the way down here and filter underneath the pin.
Get off it. Is this a putter?
Aaron throwing a P3X here.
It's short. I ain't getting
Yeah.
on it.
I think he's got plenty of power. He's just threw it a little low. Stay straight.
Eyes are now.
Nose up out of Nick's hand. I'm going to try to correct here and throw a mid dead straight at it. And do the same thing.
Same thing.
A little high. Eyes are out. Probably to 30.
Levi and Aaron, 50 feet.
That was also really good. Felt great.
I'd say 40.
Good height.
This is one of those holes when you play this course that you want to count on as a birdie.
Oh my gosh, they feel okay, but they're nose down.
A little frustrating to miss this hole.
I sent it to both your Instagrams so you would get it. Hopefully get it.
I don't remember.
I just sent it today.
Okay. Clean up for par, both teams there. Moving on to hole B, 375 feet. This one's also fairways dead straight, but you got more obstacles on that left-hand side that you got to deal with. And then coming into the pin here, you got these 2 big trees that are really your final obstacle on your flight into this basket. And if you can get somewhere right around that rock from the tee pad, you're feeling good about your shot.
It will. Good shot. Easy 3.
Yeah, too much hyzer. Aaron easily has the distance to get to this hole. Nick going this turnover sidearm.
Damn it, Nick. That was so good.
Yeah, that was.
That was a perfect execution. Sidearm flex shot there from Nick. Just caught that last tree on the left.
Still short, eh?
Just line.
Just a controlled drive there from me. Really trying to work on my backhand these days. Little forehand approach. Mm-hmm. Aaron going line drive at it.
Whoa!
He wants it. All right, we got a straddle putt around this tree. 45-footer.
I like
Tough straddle.
Dang it!
Where's
Yeah.
the flood?
Funny guy. Making fun of my pants. All right, Levi and Aaron walk away with a par. Nick and I will do the same. Moving on to hole C, 290 feet. The only obstacle on this fairway now that they've cleaned it up is the pine right in the center that you see there. Either throwing a backhand, the drone's taking this forehand line for us right-handed throwers on this card. Just throwing a forehand out there and letting it dump just around the backside of this pine. I've always liked this hole. Again, this is one of those holes that you want to count as a birdie when you're out here with so many or so little obstacles in front of you. Levi.
Let's go.
Pure backhand line. Circle.
Huge.
Nice shot.
Very clean forehand from Aaron. That one actually had a chance of skipping into the basket.
Hook up.
It is.
Nick smashed this one.
Pretty good, Nick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Probably
Really good.
maybe 20 behind it. I think you're a
Really?
touch long, yeah.
Really.
It was a good shot.
Knowing that Nick went a little long, I wanted to lighten up on this one. Just skid around the backside of the pine. And I did just that.
That should be pretty good.
You as well, so I think you would have made that putt.
All right. Birdies for both teams there. Moving on to hole D, 385 feet. This is one of my favorite par threes on the course. Levi and Aaron sitting at -3 now, and we're sitting at -2. You want to throw something, either a backhand or a sidearm low, because you got a lot of branches to contend with on the outsides of the fairway, not too high off the ground. So it takes a really nice shot to get in here. And then, as you can see, there's a couple obstacles at the very end of the flight that you got to miss too.
Great pull, Levi. That'll play well.
Alright.
Is this D?
I'll have to cut that out.
Got it.
I think somebody was swearing in the background there. We've got to keep this channel PG.
A little left. Felt good though. Alley hoop.
Good
Nice
release
through it.
point. Just too high out of Nick's hand. But
Get a cut.
actually got all the way up to
Big putt down there, probably.
approximately circle's edge.
Thought Space Athletics. Not a sponsor. Not a sponsor of the video.
Not yet.
That looks good. Stay off it.
It's still going.
Still going though. Great shot.
Nice shot.
Great shot.
When you see your drive get around that last big tree, you're feeling pretty good about yourself because you know you're, well inside the circle if you see it go past that tree. Levi's got a kind of a high line to cut through there. You can somewhat see.
Not a good enough reason to use the word penetrate.
Oh, God. Well, pitch perfect reference there. About a 22-footer here.
Yes, sir, Nick.
Big two.
Focus through all that noise.
Big two. Just like we drew it up.
AJ USA.
All right, we tie it up at -3, 255 feet on hole E here. This one, the basket does finish a little bit to the right. You can see there's a lot more airspace out to the left-hand side here. So the forehand, like approach disc or or just like a gentle fairway shot is ideal on this hole. Keep it low, keep it under the branches, put it out to the left and let it drop into the right. Nick's throwing an A2. So touch too much hyzer out of the hand.
Gotta skip.
A 40-footer, something like that, maybe.
And I think we had some camera technical difficulties going on here, and we missed my drive off the tee. Levi going this low line.
Oh! That was sweet.
Super close to an ace there for Levi.
At least it wasn't an ace.
Yeah, doesn't matter. His partner's parked. This is where my drive ended up. Nice putt, Nick.
Boom.
Nice putt. And another birdie for those guys. All right, still all tied up. Going into hole F, we got 300 feet, dead straight. The only obstacles on this hole are really closer to the basket, about 30, within 30, 40 feet. A lot of us are going to be throwing that like dead straight putter or dead straight mid-range shot and just hoping you can settle in somewhere between these pines down here at the end of the fairway. This is certainly a hole that we're trying to ace. It's just right there in front of you. Throw something straight, give it a chance.
Leave it off.
Have to tat it off left on. Video's going.
Like push it to the camera.
Yeah. So Nick got a little redirect toward the basket, but still really short. I'm going to land right there next to him.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
What's the distance here? Yeah.
Low.
Second time I've done that.
Mhm.
We're letting them hash.
Oh, so close from Aaron. Just need to stay straight for a little bit longer. Nick giving it a bid. We're outside of circle 2 here, which is not what you want to do on a primarily open 300-foot hole.
Oh. That's close. Oh, boy.
Just outside of the circle here for these guys. Pinned up against the pine.
That was over it.
Yep, gave it a chance though. And that's tough from a knee like that.
That's a frustrating hole.
Nelson brothers walk away with a par.
Video evidence.
Always chirping at each other. Levi and Aaron will also walk away with a par. All right, moving on to another one of my favorite par 3s out here. 365 feet, hole number 5. We're both sitting at -4. You really just want to throw something that doesn't have a ton of left to right movement on this hole. So for a righty backhand, you want to throw something that stays real straight for a long period. It has a very gentle finish at the end of the flight. If you throw something too stable, you're just going to hyzer out left and go down the hill or even end up in the trees that are short in the fairway. As I'm going to do here.
Ah.
My backhand needs a lot of work.
Yes, it does. Nick hoping to put us a little bit closer.
Stay up.
Get a straight.
Nice, Nick.
Good skip.
Cool.
See that disc
Good skip.
come in right? I can't believe you.
Yeah.
That was still a good straight shot.
Slip out of the hand there for Levi.
We'll play fine, but
Yeah. Aaron threw kind of same type of shot that I did. We're both at about circle two's edge. Maybe 55 feet. Yeah, I'd say we're probably 45, 50 feet away.
They feel so good, they're just not committed. I have commitment issues too.
Open book here on Enhanced Flight. See if Nick can put this one in.
Good line, dude.
That's close.
Center cage, you were saying?
They'll both walk away with pars. Moving on to hole 6. This is one of those holes when I think about coming out here to play, I think about it immediately. Thrown from basically the same elevation as the pin and going over this valley. Kind of a touchy turnover with a backhand. I've recently started throwing a forehand on this hole and just throwing something that goes fairly straight. Not a ton of left or right movement. And then you usually get that straight skip up the hill with the forehand. Nick turned it over out of his hand. This is exactly what I was talking about. Yep. Probably my best drive on this hole.
We'll get it on the next one.
Just hyzered out for Levi there over to the next tee.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful turnover line there from Aaron.
What are you doing? What you got there, Levi?
Jalapeno sunflower seeds.
Oh boy.
Nice putt, Aaron.
Yeah, I just didn't want to take your solo burn. Appreciate that.
It's chaos out here.
Those seeds more important than the birdie?
Yeah, priorities.
Both teams walking away with a birdie there, which is awesome on that hole. Hole 7, 280 feet, dead straight. Just want to throw either straight mid, straight putter for these guys. Just have it filter all the way through these trees and dump ever so gently to the left. You can get into some trouble if you hit a tree early on this hole. And sometimes the swamp over to the right is pretty wet, and that's not very fun getting your disc out of. So let's see if these guys can keep it clean down the middle.
Oh, yes.
Last guardian tree.
Good pull.
Close.
Thanks.
Very close.
Yeah, great shot, Nick. I'm throwing a P Model S here.
Oh, it's the arrow. My guy.
Just kidding.
Mm-hmm. I think Aaron's throwing a Logic here.
Great shot.
Yep, parked. Nick and I got some work to do. Circle 2 here.
God.
Yeah,
Terrible effort.
just not even close. Didn't even give it close to enough height.
Yes, Nick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good thing you warmed up the run.
Free parking.
Yep. Excellent shot there from Aaron. Parked. Moving on to hole 8, 295 feet, dead straight. This hole is tricky. There's not a lot of space that you can move left to right, and then also at the end of the fairway, you'll see that pine is a low ceiling. So you hit that front side of the pine, and you're sitting 40 feet from the bucket. So you really just want to throw something that, as it gets closer to the basket, is dying out, so it can drop beneath those branches and skip up here and give yourself a look.
Right into the thick boy.
It looked good for some reason the whole time.
It did look good. Just a minute
Dance.
angle adjustment on that disc, and Nick would have swooped through the gap and got up there. Going A4.
Let's run him. Go in.
Just behind the
shot.
basket. Felt pretty good about that one.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Too stable.
shucks.
Are we gonna turn or not?
Very close for Levi. Just a touch more turn, and he was looking pretty on this hole.
Hitting me.
It's a putt.
Slowed it down so much. My comfort
Yeah.
zone.
So they're sitting out here at 45 feet, I'd say.
No!
Oh, man.
I think Nick yelled it out of the basket.
Yeah! Oh!
Got a par there from Levi and Aaron.
I tried to cover it.
So I went a touch deep of the basket on my drive, and Nick to come back here. 17-footer, 15-footer. Great hit. All right. Nelson Brothers take the pad. -7. Levi and Aaron, -6. Hole number 9, 265 feet. Dog leg to the right. There's a lot of small branches that you got to miss coming through here. I think the play for all of us is going to be either a low skipping sidearm or a high sidearm that stalls out and dumps to the right. It's tough to get all the way over to the right to get to this pin. But let's see what we can do. Touch too wide. Okay.
Yeah, it's a tough corner.
Nick, I'm going high.
Bigger for takeoff.
That way.
I think something weird happens on the... Oh. Almost broke my ankle. But really good flight. I thought I...
You missed
That looks really good.
pretty good. Sloped a little.
Yeah, I thought I pinned this one up. Levi actually throwing that turnover route.
Like that position.
Levi, that line was good.
Yeah, that was a good
Flip of your disc.
Just got too stable when we shot it. Fairway, I think.
So Levi and Aaron, maybe circle two's edge here. Circle's edge with an obstruction there on the left hand.
Good bid.
So tough. These branches are hanging out and covering about half of the basket. Trying to hyzer something around them. So close.
So close.
Drama queen. Levi and Aaron with the par.
All right. And they don't have a freebie. They got to come back. So we'll see.
Sorry about that. That was still good.
Got about a 12-footer to clean up for par here. Knocks it
All
down.
right. Good stuff.
Hole number 10, 300 feet, dead straight until the very end of the flight. You want it to gently fade to the right. On the right-hand side, the rough is extremely punishing, so if you get caught up early in there, you're taking a bogey or worse. I've seen it happen far too many times. The dead straight forehand with a gentle fade to the right is the recommended shot on this hole for at least the guys on this card. Let's see if anybody can execute it.
Get up there a little bit.
Yep. Favorable kick out to the edge of the fairway. Good idea there from Aaron, that low line. Get that pan skip. I just barely caught that approach shot from Levi. Aaron going to a knee. Yeah.
You guys got that.
Caught that pine. Drop down. They're going to have a long look for a par save. Awesome putt, Nick.
Let's go. Top shot.
Dang it.
Give it a try. Levi, just at circle's edge here, I think.
Great save.
Mediocre.
Good save.
One birdie, one par. Moving on to hole number 11, 260 feet, dog leg to the right. The only trouble on this hole is the low ceiling as you get closer to the basket. So you just want to give something a chance through this gap, put it on a nice angle, hopefully drop down before this pine that you're going to see right there. Get down below that, check up under the basket. I like this green. Yeah.
It was smooth though.
Yeah, I
Roll
wanted
to
to
the
be
left.
smooth.
That was a very clean pull from Nick there. Maybe just the wrong disc choice. Needed something to hook up a little bit more. We got guys putting to my right. Wait for them to move on. I'm going A2. Felt like this was perfect out of my hand.
That'll play well.
That should be pretty good.
Flip up.
Levi about the same line that Nick threw. See if Aaron can correct on that.
Hey. Grass isn't that long, Aaron.
It's not now.
You don't got to cut it.
Circle's edge.
Nick.
Count it.
He's putting today.
Rolling.
Yes.
Levi and Aaron at about 20 to 25 feet.
Oh,
Yeah. Nice hit.
Yes, sir. Both birdies on that hole. Moving on to hole 12, 220 feet, dead straight. Bunch of different trees to miss going down the middle of the fairway here. I think the backhand putter shot is probably the best bet with a gentle turn on it going through this gap that the drone's flying now. And just give yourself a look. There's a lot of trees to miss, so there is a little bit of a luck factor involved. Let's see what we can do.
Still a putt.
Good release, though. Very clean.
Got Nick.
I like to take this forehand gap with an A4 and just put it on a gentle hyzer and let it push through the gap, which there is one there. I just,
No.
yeah, too far right.
like another kick forward.
Almost got a kick into the swamp, actually, on that one. Ooh.
Fairway.
Levi pulled his over to the right. Got a nice tree kick to keep him out of the swamp. Aaron going smooth putter shot right up the middle.
Get off that. No. Ooh, doggy.
Got sneaky. Maybe a 40-footer for us here.
Oh,
Great putt.
good chain. A lot of metal. Right in the heart. Right in the heart.
That felt good.
Finally.
Took a minute.
Should have your solo bird.
Should have cleared the area you put your mini too.
Are these guys teammates or what? That's twice now. Good bird. Okay, moving on to hole 13, 235 feet, dog leg to the right. You see that swamp, how close it is on the right-hand side here. There is a line out and over the swamp to get to this pin. But really the ideal route is going up the middle with a backhand turnover or some, forehand hyzer that flips up and rides. Let's see if these guys can do it. Nick going risky. It does cut roll a bit.
Cut roll.
You're dry.
We are dry. That's true.
Stay safe. And this is a route I don't play around with too often. I typically throw the A4 down the intended fairway.
Freaking called it.
Sorry,
I knew it was going to happen. I told you, you shouldn't.
That disc is really important to me too.
still a little chilly.
My buddies know it, so they knew I was pretty pissed after throwing that one. Little turnover out of Levi.
You know what it is,
Maybe just too low out of the hand.
Not enough.
So close for Aaron on that turnover line. Looked pure out of the hand. These guys from circle 2,
Please hit something.
I hit my fat stomach.
nearing the edge of circle 2. Some obstacles in the way.
Oh, great putt.
Sit down.
Great effort from Aaron there. 45-footer.
Leave it. Was your disc there?
Yeah.
You just tossed it
Yeah.
right there? Okay.
I was confused because usually you throw your disc a little bit closer to your bag, and it was like in the rough, even worse than the position that we're putting in. So
Good bid.
too low.
We're going backward.
All right.
Stoner back.
Levi and Aaron take a par. Nelson Bro's going to do the same. Hole 14, 325 feet. This is a gentle turn to the right from the long pad, so you need something to get on a right turn, but then stay on it and hold it for a long time and gently just flatten out and settle in up into this green. This is another one of my favorite par 3s on the course. I'm throwing a Discmania Essence here.
Are you serious right now? That was supposed to turn.
Yeah, thing's brand new. It is pretty stable out of the box, so I just need to beat it in a little bit more. Nick gonna match my line.
That's helpful.
Wow. Really good kick.
Helpful tree kick. Aaron going midi here.
Much.
Still be right on the edge, right? It's up there, but
Man, we
I thought I'd get flatten out.
We had these guys behind us just making so much noise during this.
Yeah, that was really good.
There you go, cuz.
Dude, that was a good shot.
Great shot from Levi there. Took a couple really good skips penetrating toward the basket.
Go in.
Great run.
It was an awesome attempt from Nick there. We had a very narrow gap that we had to hit, and we also had to go up and over a bunch of branches.
Not in. No bueno.
Oh,
Football.
that's what partners are for. They tap in their birdie. It's a great hole to get a birdie on. We're going to walk away with a par. All right, hole 15, 360 feet. Another great par 3 on this course. From the long pad, you got to throw something that ever so gently turns and flips up as it's moving left and forward down this fairway. This is one of the hardest shots in disc golf to throw, in my opinion. That hyzer flip up and keep turning around the corner left, but standing up as it's doing it. Super tough shot. Oh, no.
Just like you drew it up.
On the fairway.
Aaron's pretty good at these.
Nasty. Nasty, nasty.
Wow, you got around the corner for sure.
The other side of difficulty on this hole is the rough on both sides is extremely punishing. So you get caught off the fairway. More often than not, you're just pitching out to the fairway. Yeah, I know Nick wants that one back.
Levi's going to get his
Bye, Levi.
local route.
I like to throw this forehand turnover. I do think it's a good play. Too low.
Just skid out.
That'll play.
It did.
Yep, that'll play.
Too low.
Nice.
Good.
My gosh, that's good.
Yeah, we had a tough stance here. You can't really tell, but our foot was on a side slope.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Trying to give it something. You can see a little bit of frustration coming out here. Levi and Aaron, about 50 footer, something like that, 50, 55 footer. Levi caught a branch right in front of him. Nelson Bros tapping in for par. Levi and Aaron going to do the same. And we'll keep moving on. Hole 16, 300 feet, dog leg to the left. Nelson Bros at -10, Levi and Aaron at -8. So we got 2 strokes on them with 3 holes to play. This is getting pretty tight down the stretch. This hole is not super difficult by any means, but again, you get caught off the fairway and a bogey comes into the equation pretty quickly. You feel good when you get this one. Nose up for Levi.
Do one good job and get a little confidence, and you're just like, whoa!
Happens to all of us.
No, Aaron. No.
Yep. They'll be pinned up on that left side. Nick going MD3 here, I believe. Yep.
Probably don't, honestly.
Grip lock there for him. See if I can correct. Definite overcorrection.
I gotta throw one more. This is getting really frustrating.
Yep. Nick with the patent pending stance here, trying to just get up near the basket so we can save this par. I was so frustrated watching that because it looked so good out of his hand. Threw mine kind of like a tomahawk here,
Slid up there.
wanting it to get on its back
That'll
and
play.
slide toward the pin on the dirt.
I'm gonna go through that gap.
It's good. I like that. Oh. Looks so good. All right, here we are at about 45 feet. And this is for par. Yeah, you don't really want to be outside of the circle putting for par. We got 2 strokes with 3 to play.
Huge save.
All right. Take a deep breath after that one.
So I threw it right into the band.
Both teams walking away with pars. Moving on to hole number 17 here. 350 feet, dog leg to the left at the end. That tree right there on the right-hand side is extremely peppered by discs because it's right in that line that you want to throw down this fairway. Fairway driver for most of these guys, stable, hyzering in to the left at the very end of the flight, getting a nice skip, hoping to check up next to the basket.
Get sneaky. The whole way.
Local route.
You know what?
Fairway.
That was such a good pull too, man.
Yeah, it looked clean, Aaron.
Oh!
Touch nose up early
Good
for Nick.
redirection, first one.
I'm throwing a Thunderbird here. Ooh,
Sneaky gap.
got a little skinny through that right-hand gap.
That should play.
I hit the last tree. I also did not intend.
Levi and Aaron well outside of circle 2 here.
Oh, way too wide. Intentional.
50-footer here. Dang, dude. Good line. Great attempt from Nick.
No!
Look good, though.
Levi and Aaron walk away with a par.
Mine.
Nelson brothers to... Uh-oh.
Eric.
Yep.
No pressure.
That happens. That's what partners are for. He's been making all the putts today.
Close. Close, close.
All right, guys. Hole 18, 450-foot dogleg left. This is a hockey stick shaped hole. Again, we're throwing from that shorter end of the hockey stick, and then it goes left here, and then all the way straight down to the pin. Sidearm for a righty, a turnover as it's flattening out as it comes all the way up through this gap here that the drone is flying is a good play. Also, that hyzer backhand that is flipping up as it's going straight and veering left at the same time is a great play. Levi going for that backhand.
Great shot.
Got around the corner.
Finish strong.
Aaron trying to throw that hyzer flip shot that I was talking about.
That's fine, Nick.
It'll play.
All right, I'm gonna go sidearm.
So I really wanted to get a hold of this one.
That had so much steam. It just wasn't a good angle.
Oh, hurting on that one.
Dude, I ripped that.
Yep. So here we are. We took Nick's drive. Backhand putters are not my strong suit, especially from a standstill position. So that's why I'm laughing so much there. Nick throwing an envy. a little too straight out of the hand, leaving us with a tester.
25.
I left. Now that one doesn't want
You're good.
Levi with a little Anheuser flick here.
Come on, don't fly. Should have thrown the Mako.
Good control, though.
Still pretty good from those guys. Here we are, 25-footer, 27-footer. And this was to take a technical birdie on this hole. They call it a par 4 out here. Nope.
Tough finish.
Wish I could have been player 2 today.
You can't shake him that easily. Mm-hmm. Good finish. 18. No, 24 with letters.
Yeah.
All right. Good finish.
Nelson Bros tapping in for par there, unfortunately. And that's a wrap of our first 24-hole dubs battle out here at Hudson Mills Metro Park. Played the original 24-hole layout from Longs. Nelson Bros at -10 and Aaron and Levi at -9. So it got really close down the stretch there. Only one bogey on the scorecard, so you like to see that. If you guys like this content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification icon so you can be updated on future videos. And I will see y'all on the next one.